most important thing I learned at PayPal was that you just don't give up. If you wish to shape the future of your organization, if you wish to shape the future of your civilization, you have to actually inspire and lead people to be more than they are. PayPal was in the middle of the tech bust. We were being told by learned men and the national media that the internet was a fad. It wouldn't even exist in 5 more years. You have to help them become all of that potential that's within them, all that you can see beyond whether they're actually serving well in this moment. We had no reason to think we could beat people like Western Union or Citibank. We persevered. We had incredible talent, incredible creativity. That leadership is the difference in where America is today and where much of the rest of the world is today. So we kept at it, and that is usually the difference between success and failure. Most failures quit right before they had a chance to succeed. This is a country that attracts from all of the earth because there is an opportunity rooted in these ideas. I'm Rod Martin. I'm Chairman and CEO of the Martin Organization. I want to inspire people. I want people to understand what is possible within them and in concert with those others around them who can see something bigger. Some of you are salesmen, and if you aren't, many of you are in a role that is much like that of a salesman. What is your purpose in selling? What are you trying to do? You're trying to make money. But the salesman doesn't start with money. The salesman starts with an idea. And the idea is this. I wonder what her problem is. I wonder if there's something I could solve for him. And as he works through that, he designs a solution. He comes up with a plan. He spends money on his own. That's what we did at PayPal. We weren't thinking of ourselves as salesmen. We weren't really thinking of it in terms of leadership per se. We were just trying to solve a problem. The leader in our system exists to ennoble you and not worry too much about who even gets the credit. Nobody thinks about Peter Thiel, especially when they send money through PayPal. They just think about, oh, my daughter needs some money today, I'm going to send her some. Ronald Reagan said it's amazing what you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credit. That's how the leader has to think. Every speech that I make, I want people to walk away ennobled. I want them to feel enabled. I want them to feel the desire to be more than they are, and that in doing so, they really can change the world for the better. Again, this is not a concept that is native to man. Man has always thought of self first. Man has always emphasized strength first. Man has always gloried, in fact, in the degree to which he could subjugate the other. You are to think of the needs of strangers first and foremost, and I emphasize strangers. It's not just that it be others, but the needs of strangers, and meeting the needs of strangers is about the realization that on a fundamental level, we're kind of all the same. We have very similar needs at root, and there is common ground to be had. And the leader can find that common ground, and the leader ennobles those around her to find that common ground. But the leader is also about one other crucial thing: creativity. So let's just do a thought exercise on this. We live at the beach. Let's think about the beach. We talked earlier about the sand out on this beach, how someone saw it 500 years ago and thought it was useless, it was worthless. You can't farm it, you can't live on it. But somebody around that same time frame came along and said, I bet we could take some of that sand and turn it into glass. And then somebody came along and made glasses and microscopes and telescopes and eventually silicon chips that went into satellites, and those satellites helped us know when the hurricanes were coming, so you could do things with construction that you weren't able to do before and build beach resorts. And suddenly a whole new world was born. All of it was in a handful of sand. A leader started thinking about the possibilities. A leader figured out how to change the world with a handful of nothing. Now that's your role. That's what you're for. You turn all of history on its head and you think about the needs of strangers. It doesn't matter if you're behind a cash register or you're the CEO. If you're a leader, you have a skill that very few people have. Use it in these ways and transform your civilization from bottom up forevermore. Thank you so much for your time.